Journaling can be a great way to check in with yourself, record your thoughts, and self-reflect. This video is sponsored by Scrintal, and I've been using their web app to do just that. Today I want to show you the journaling system I've created on Scrintal that allows me to self-reflect every day and then take a step back and organise my thoughts to make more sense of the broader themes that are impacting my life. The reason Scrintal is a perfect tool to do this kind of thing is because it's a really great combination of a long-form writing app with a mind mapping tool. Being able to create individual cards that are full of rich media like videos, images, and hyperlinks, and then connect them to similar cards that cover the same kind of topic area is a really useful tool if you are doing any kind of research or study, even if that is studying your own self. On Scrintal you can organise your cards into specific boards. And so I've got a couple of boards that kind of interact with each other. You can create boards with infinite space, but for the purposes of organising things chronologically, I decided to create one board just for January this month, which I've populated with a card for each workday of the week. Within each of those cards, there are 3 very simple prompts: self-reflections, a to-do list, and a list of things that are worth keeping. Now, my son is 2 years old next month, and it's really difficult for me to have a consistent time to do anything. So the fact that Scrintal is a web app I can log into from any device, anywhere, makes it a lot easier to consistently keep up with my journal, which is something I've always struggled with when using a pen and paper. It also means that I can fill in and come back to my reflections at any point in the day, and that has really helped to remind myself of any kind of goals or objectives I've set. Simply checking in with myself like this has helped me realise that I've actually been pretty burnt out and tired throughout January. I always struggle a bit when we don't get too much sunlight here in the UK, and January can be a pretty grim month. So it helped me to at least realise that that was what was causing my energy to be low, and it led me to, seek ways of improving my mood. But the real advantage of having these reflections next to tools like a task list or a mind map is that you can make them actionable very quickly. Anything that comes to mind can go into my to-do list, and because this is linked to the other tasks board within Scrintal, it means that I can now click into there and see all of the tasks from all of my daily cards combined together, which means that I don't have to worry about dragging them over to the next day if I haven't done them, and it doesn't really matter if I do. It's just good that I keep track of them in this way. This is just one example of how Scrintal allows you to actually organise your thoughts in a much more structured way, even if you're not trying to. There is a brilliant search functionality that will allow you to search for keywords through all of your cards. You can make that even easier for yourself by including hashtags, which allows you to group different cards together, irrespective of what board they are on. And there's even a board that contains all of the links that you've dropped into your cards, which makes it super easy to remember everything noteworthy you've read or seen over the past however long. And while that is really useful, I went a step further and actually created a separate board for everything I thought was worth keeping, which I then link to from each daily card. Even just doing this very simple task has made me realise how unnoteworthy a lot of the media I consume really is, and how little impact it actually makes on me when I sit back and reflect. Through a combination of the revelations I had during my reflection, and then seeing how little of those articles I've been saving that come from really high quality sources like real books, made me realise that I need to read a lot more. So that's helped me to challenge myself to record the snippets and key quotes from books that have really resonated with me. By pasting the link into my worth keeping board and writing a short snippet about why it made an impact on me, it helps me to digest that information, and I can always come back to it to remember why I found that book so intriguing. Because these cards exist on Scrintal's mind map, I'm able to organise them into topics and link them if there are themes which cross different borders. This is now a great chance for me to step back and look thematically at the kind of media I'm consuming, but it has allowed me to think more critically about the intersections between some of these topics and draw kind of links between things that are happening in the media, say, and things that are happening on social media. As this visual network of ideas grow, I think it could become a real amazing research and idea creation tool, because it will help me to identify points of interest across the chart and then quickly identify certain articles or videos that will help me to make a bigger point when writing a thought piece or making a video like this. Scrintal is a really powerful tool, and it's honestly what you make of it. but I would really recommend that you check it out by clicking on the link in my description. Once again, thank you to Scrintal for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.